Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Chef Vic Cuisine. Today, we're making my chicken pesto mozzarella pasta salad. Now, who can't get enough of mozzarella, right? This pesto cheese combination is incredible, and this recipe is great for serving a large group as well. And I can't wait to share it with you all. So, let's get started.
Alright, so for the pasta salad, you're going to need 1 pound of dry rotini pasta, 1 tablespoon of salt, 1.5 cups of cherry tomatoes that you're going to cut in half, 2 cups of diced chicken or 1 large chicken breast, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 6 ounces of mozzarella, cubed or shredded, half a cup of pine nuts, and then some salt and pepper to taste. And now for the kale pesto, you're going to need 2 cups of chopped kale, a handful of fresh basil, half a cup of chopped walnuts, half a cup of extra virgin olive oil, half a cup of freshly grated Parmesan cheese, 3 garlic cloves that you're going to mince, the juice of 1 lemon or about 2 tablespoons worth, and finally 1/4 teaspoon to 1/2 teaspoons worth of salt. Alright, so to get things started, we're going to cook the pasta in a large pot according to the package directions. And so you're going to need a large pot of water that you're going to add the tablespoon of salt to. So you want to give that water a quick whisk to allow the salt to dissolve, and then go ahead and let the heat rise on that until the water starts to boil. Once the water is boiling, you can add the rotini pasta to the pot and allow it to cook for as long as the package directs. And depending on the brand, it normally takes between 7 to 9 minutes. So while the pasta boils, we can go ahead and prepare the rest of our ingredients. With the cherry tomatoes, you just want to go ahead and slice each of them in half, and always take care when cutting tomatoes as the skin of the tomato is pretty tough, but the inside is juicy, so the knife tends to slip. So always have a good firm grip on the tomato as you slice. Just always take special precaution when cutting tomatoes. So once you've cut all of the tomatoes, you can go ahead and put those into a small bowl and set those aside while we turn our attention back to the pasta. So at this point, your pasta should be pretty much done and the water at a roiling boil. So you want to take your whisk and toss the pasta around, and then take 1 or 2 of the noodles and taste test them to see if they are cooked al dente or just beyond that point so that the noodles are soft. And if the pasta isn't cooked through as of yet, you can go ahead and let it boil for an additional minute or 2, and you just want to often check the texture of the noodle. And then once you are satisfied with the overall cook of the pasta, you can go ahead and drain the pasta into a colander, and then you want to rinse off the pasta to get rid of any excess salt. Trust me, these noodles will have plenty of flavor as is. And then you just want to allow the pasta to cool for about 5 minutes and just set that aside before you start assembling your salad. Now onto the chicken. You want to lightly season the chicken breast with a thin sprinkling of salt and pepper on both sides, and you want to press the seasoning into the flesh of the chicken. And now once the chicken's thoroughly seasoned, you can go ahead and start dicing the chicken into bite-sized pieces. And now this recipe normally only calls for 1 chicken breast, but sometimes I like adding 2 chicken breasts to add some more protein into the mix. So feel free to cook with 1 or 2 chicken breasts for this recipe. Now it's time to make the pesto. So first we're going to start by blending together the kale, the basil, and the walnuts all together in a food processor. And you just want to pulse the greens and the nuts until they're finely chopped. And you don't need a large food processor. As you can see in my video, I'm using a small one and it always gets the job done. With a small food processor, you just may have to pulse the ingredients in between adding them to the bowl to make more room for the following ingredients. So once that's been coarsely chopped, you want to go ahead and add in the half a cup of olive oil. And then next you're going to want to add the freshly grated Parmesan cheese. And the cheese is a really important step, so make sure you get every little ounce that you can into the bowl of the food processor. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, and hit the bell icon to be notified when my next video drops. And stay tuned until the end of this video for a sneak peek of the recipe coming next week. Following that, you can take the blunt edge of a knife and smash open the garlic cloves to remove their outer shells. And then you can either use a garlic press or a sharp knife and mince up those garlic cloves and then add those to the bowl as well. Next up, you just want to go ahead and slice your lemon in half, and then with each half you want to juice those into the bowl of the food processor. And finally, as a last touch, you want to go ahead and add in the 1/4 teaspoon of salt to the bowl. And depending on your taste at the time, you may want to add a 1/4 teaspoon more, but I find that adding just a 1/4 teaspoon of salt gives the pesto a perfect balance of seasoning. So go ahead and pulse all of these ingredients together in the processor until everything is well combined. And this will create your kale pesto. And we can go ahead and set that aside for now while we assemble the salad. Now on to cooking the chicken. You want to cook the chicken breasts on medium heat, or 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 176 degrees Celsius, until they're cooked through in 1 tablespoon of olive oil. And you want to flip the chicken pieces intermittently so that all sides of the chicken cook evenly. And this shouldn't take much time at all. You just want to make sure that all the chicken pieces are cooked through. And you can always cut into one of the thicker pieces of the chicken to see if the inside has been cooked through. So once the chicken is ready, you want to remove it from the heat and then set it aside so you can begin to make the salad. So you want to add the pasta to a large size bowl, and then following that, add in the mozzarella, the sliced tomatoes, and finally the cooked chicken. You want to go ahead and give this mix a gentle stir to allow all of these ingredients to mix together evenly. So once the ingredients in the bowl have been evenly spread, now you can pour in the kale pesto. Now toss everything gently together until everything is fully coated with the pesto mix. And don't forget to scrape down the sides of the bowl, and especially at the bottom of the bowl, to make sure the pesto mix reaches all of those noodles as well. And for final touches, you want to take about half of the pine nuts and pour them onto the top of the salad and then mix those in. And with the remaining pine nuts, you want to pour in nearly all of those into the bowl as well and stir those in. And finally sprinkle on the remaining pine nuts to the top surface of the salad. And just like that, you've made your very own chicken pesto mozzarella pasta salad. I can't wait for all of you guys to try this recipe. I know you're gonna love it. And this recipe makes a lot, so it's great for dinner parties as well. And for this recipe, it's best served cold. And in my opinion, this tastes the best on the second or third day after the pasta has had some time to marinate. You can also choose your own favorite type of pasta. You don't necessarily have to use rotini. As always, this recipe and many more can be found in my cookbook, Chef Vic Cuisine, Volume 1, Finding Your Inner Chef. And that's available on Amazon, and I'll be sure to leave a link to that in the description box. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, and hit the bell icon to be notified when my next video drops. And stay tuned for next week, where I show you how to make my delicious brownies. You're not going to want to miss this one. Well, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next week on another episode of Chef Vic Cuisine. And until then, peace.